see how the blow-off valve sounds. This is going to be with the windows down right now. So let's go ahead. We got our boost gauge right here. I don't know if you could see it, but let's get into boost. Right now we're into boost, but we're not under total vacuum. So what you're hearing is that air leak. That's all the air, literally, the supercharger is pushing out. The blow-off valve doesn't close and actually hold PSI until you're actually on the throttle. So you're controlling when the air is coming out. So when I get off the throttle, there it goes right there. But okay, so now it's all the way down. The only issue is if we go back into gear and I get off, you can hear the air escaping until I push it. I'm going back under throttle. So there we go. We're off of it. On, off. So you're letting the air out. Now, if you have a recirculating valve, which that means the air is going to go back into the system, you're going to get that boost. You're going to, whatever it is, it might not, it's not reading anything on here, so but you can hear the air. So that boost is going into the engine, and when you're just cruising, like on cruise control, and just, doing on the highway at like 3K RPM, you're getting way better gas mileage because you're under boost. So that's a benefit of having the recirculation valve. And also, you don't get the annoying sound of it. That's clearly why on superchargers everyone runs recirculating, just because of those two reasons. Not so much the miles per gallon, but just how annoying it is. But you're free to do whatever you want. You can put on your own. Blow-off valve like I did if you want the sound. I think the sound's really cool. For daily driving, it's super annoying, but if you do like car shows or you just want to be flashy, going to a car meet, throw a blow-off valve on a car that you wouldn't expect to be turboed. Like, for example, this car, an M3, they're only supercharged, and e92 M3, you don't hear any, there's only a couple turbo setups out there, but they're mostly supercharged, like 99%. So when you roll around up to a meet and people hear the blow-off valve, they're gonna be like, holy shit, what the hell's going on? Because they don't know. So that's a brief little demo there with the windows down. Let's go ahead and roll the windows down so we can get the full eargasm noise of basically why we did this in the first place. We did it just for the sound. We basically ruined our daily driver by having this shh, but until we get on it. That was 1 PSI getting released, that's all. There's nothing else. So if we go to 6 or something, you go full boost on this charger, 6 PSI sounds really, really good. Can't really get 6 on this street though. Well, we can, but got a lot of cops around here. And this exhaust is way too fucking loud. Shifts if you want it to sound good. I could shift so quickly that you can't even hear we shift so quickly, we're back into vacuum, so quickly that you're not hearing any blow-off noise. So you can make it sound better just by manipulating the pedal and timing your shifts. If you give it a second, you just, and then back into gear, and then, pretty slow, but if you're going super fast and you're banging out the gears, you're not really going to hear it, because once you hit the higher PSIs with this spring on this blow-off valve, it doesn't have a big enough hole to actually release all the air, so you get a fluffle sound. had to lose a lot of PSI in order to actually get the sound. But in my opinion, this is best for just cruising on the street. If you actually want to hear the noise, if you're going to be racing people, they're not really going to hear it unless you're going a little slower. It's not like a turbo. You can hear that. That's the annoying part of this, is how you have to deal with that. Everywhere you go, you're driving around, people are thinking your shit's all messed up. Whatever. Doesn't affect performance at all. Still gonna get the same power out of the engine. You're just taking the air and releasing it, but you're not releasing it under boost or anything. Alright, so that was a little pull right there. As you see, you could not really hear it at all until I actually stopped the car, and then the boost dropped under probably like around 4 psi to 1 psi is when you're actually going to hear the best of the blow-off valve. Anything over that, on this setup only, I'm not saying on other cars. On other cars you're going to get different results, I'm not sure, but on this, that's the best you're going to hear it. So if you're going down to like a place where there's a lot of people and you're only going through the gears slowly, you actually hear it really, really well, which that's the best time to do it anyway, because you get to see the people's reactions. People are like, oh shit, what the hell is that? That's the annoying part. That's what you got to deal with. So that's it. That's the basics of that's how it sounds, and that's the basic overview that I've seen when driving around with it, of why it's annoying or why it's worth it. So, a lot of people are going to do it just for the noise, and it's 100% worth it. I agree on that. But for daily driving, hearing that constant releasing all that pressure that your supercharger is making, you're costing yourself some little gas miles per gallon for sure. I've seen the difference of running the blow-off valve for like a month, and then I took it off for a month because my miles per gallon shot. So it's up to you though. I mean, you don't buy this car to save miles per gallon, but the supercharger is giving you that, so that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions about how I installed on this, it was the previous video before this. I did a how-to on any of the ESS supercharged systems. You can go ahead and watch that. I have all the links in the description of that video of what to buy to set this up. It doesn't work right out of the box. You don't just buy the blow-off valve. There's some other stuff you need. So that's pretty much it. Check out my other videos, and